Okay, I feel like this is a big game just for FNATIC more so than Eternal Fire, because Eternal Fire might be kind of out of it in terms of the champ points, so who knows. Eternal Fire, I like the wall-ish. I don't mind the wall. Again, I think it can be better, but... Dude, I'm excited to watch FNATIC, man. I might be able to steal some of this stuff, or maybe I don't enjoy it. We start a Vice over towards B. Again, the wall on both of these is strong, man. Wall here strong, wall here strong.
Vice utilities already slowed the push of Eternal Fire, a few making it through.
No, Alpha, bruh, with a shorty, you're whiffing that.
That's going to give the plant over to Eternal Fire. A little bit of spam damage is the best they can hope for.
Yeah, it seems like his goal was just to try and hold on to the ground at the back line, but instead he's giving
still some stuff for Coach Potatoes. Because again, they got 4 out of 5 of my comp them done.
They're going to have to try and claim pretty much everything from one angle here.
I will be stealing the Paper X defense stuff.
Spear has a lot more players coming his way than maybe he'd suspect, but he's got backup. And now, thinning the herd bit by bit. Cloud finally striking from the one extra angle they have. The backstab.
Cloud, mate.
Well, the knife looks blunted, and Crashies has to do it all.
Damn.
Damage already
a lot of
not enough. Eternal Fire in there with the pistol.
A lot of whiffs.
They ran into the
Sentinel
utility on the B site, but it didn't seem like too much of a problem.
No, I like how pacey it was as well.
Maybe
like
today's the day of whiffing, man. Pacific was a little
like that. More explosive.
This one, I mean, this one started off with a shorty
whiff. It seems
whiff.
like the move that they're making since Spear is joining is maybe putting Fabian into that role. Spear going over to playing the Sage, which we have seen from obviously Duelists in the past.
Come on!
But this guy is maybe the one guy who has still shown some form throughout this stage. The rest being a lot quieter. And well, the pistol round going their way.
Ooh.
And I was going to say a chance to farm up kills, but
Kayak
got 2 with the classic.
Yeah, I mean, they sent a lot of players there.
Insta group up and push aside while they're protecting the guns, perhaps?
Get that fight going. Both teams did, but FNATIC
Insta
coming
group
out
up,
on
push
top
aside.
of that fight isn't something
No?
I would have put my money on. It's a bit of a shaky start, but not beyond recovery for Eternal Fire just yet. They still have 2 decent weapons. The sniper as well, deadly as ever in a round like this, but dangerous. FNATIC,
it's a great flash.
Push the flash going through the reveal. Takes that snake in the grass and makes it, what could have been an easy pick to pressure. But Echo's back with a double, and Kayak, well, he's already found 2. Double or nothing for him here. And the weapon left behind.
That's not a bad gun. That's not a bad gun to have.
Not a bad fake TP as well, because they might hear it.
I didn't realize how low they'd been hitting that fight.
Oh, I thought it was going to hug the right wall.
Fake TP. No one was within range to hear it, though.
Should probably do one more TP.
Walks into what is a high-low setup.
To here would be nice.
35 HP on him. He cannot take a lot of blows in the
would have been a headshot.
Will take him down. Eternal Fire.
It should be happy with the damage, but again, it's only a Marshall that they lost.
A bit shaky though.
Yeah, no, incredibly costly in the end for the side of Eternal Fire, but I think a little bit of early confidence. I'm liking already just seeing some of those moments out from Kayak. I think he was one of those players that, again, looked very good on the O, but if you go back to earlier in the year or even last year, he looked good on everything. I think just losing a little bit of that confidence that we know he has, and I think his Neon
big
on
buy
this
round,
map,
it kind of looks like Prowler,
good, and then everything else
insta-join team.
He's not quite
Thunder.
back yet.
Where's my Viper smoke right now on attack? He's still got it.
Money on the board,
Okay.
early aggression.
What's the plan here?
Necky's there to greet the Prowler. The question is how eager is Kayak? He was pushing up on B, constantly spotting info. TP taken though as they realize the A site's being pressured. Eternal Fire.
Why are they not fighting the Vice stuff?
The Vice wall goes down.
The point in playing a Vice when you play it like this.
Forces rallying its Echo to take down one. And the Sage wall blocks them in for a safe plant.
Yeah, patient. And in that post plant with a man advantage already, Fabian just holding a slightly more aggressive angle, but gives it up. There's going to be a lot still to do to get past Spear, at least waiting patiently, and already gives them a further advantage.
Oh, immediately fought back though. Boaster and Kayak have given them a chance. EF trading out in these moments. The weaker weapons not looking too weak at all. Spear
Very, very nice. Res for Econ, I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it at all. Very, very nice. Like this. Got the Eco to go up against. Dude, why is Alpha playing so far away from his wall? I'd hold that. They gotta... It's such an easy choke to hold against a solo Waylay.
Like, you've got a player taking the space, you've got that quick follow-up. I think it's something that when I watch Foot, for example, they do exceptionally well. Like, sure, you can look at them as a team that kind of just runs it down. But if you have solid executions and then can just hold the angles in the post plan, that's exactly what you want. And so
Personally, I would have called it a timeout here.
Pretty much every single time.
Down to pistols. It's where some of the best work's being done by FNATIC in that early round. Kayak on mid with a classic. This time, got himself a bandit, flash out, hasn't caught Fabian, and well, him, Spear, and Neki are cleaning this up.
Fair.
Only one left in the form of Cloud.
I mean, their money's going to be outrageous.
Considering how costly the last anti-eco was, this is a breath of fresh air. All under control.
Yeah,
Close to Fado.
Exactly what you want to see from Eternal Fire. Like, obviously,
they got res as well, so they can just fight somewhere, like middle.
It was round 2, where they were able to do quite a lot, but it seemed like they were a lot more prepared. Sent even more players. They went, okay, if you want to do that again, we're more than ready to try and wait for this to happen. And 4-0, an operator onto their side.
No timeout for this either.
This is a dream start for Eternal Fire.
Yeah, a Spear as well.
Dude, they put device over towards B. They play
Ultimate's coming into play for both sides.
Layer wall on A.
That's a big safety net for Eternal Fire to have. Last round they had it as well. Absolutely not needed, and maybe not this time either.
Yeah.
Fabian,
and no matter what, that was going to get rezzed anyway.
You can see how important this part of the map is. We've talked about it in terms of expectations, and I don't think we saw it that much in the first couple of games. But seeing those early mid-fights here, it's clear that teams are putting a lot of stock into it. So far, other than in the pistol with the anti-eco, where Kayak had that classic, as you were saying, round 2.
I just want to see Boaster win another trophy before retiring. There's always next year.
And that's going to be something FNATIC have to change. For now,
that's the vibe I would go with.
It seems like the goal was to have their cake and eat it. Remember, that's what Althea's job was on the chamber. But you want to have the Vice, you want Althea on the Vice, and maybe this is why.
Yeah, we've seen this already. Cutting off Fabian, normally they're able to wait. And once the wall goes down, they join him. This time, Alpha puts a stop to it. He's had enough! 4 under his belt, an ace possible, and Echo is running away.
Is that all I had to say?
Saving the weapon,
just had to put my doubt into the world.
But with 30 seconds left on the clock, saving that operator might be easier said than done. You know, Alpha is hungry for it, and they're giving it to him as well.
Nice.
An ace for Alpha here.
Problem with that is I feel like we're going to see Vice Perma B now, but it's still a solid round. They needed this.
As well. I don't know. I don't think you get that lucky with calls too often, but you can see the value. Like, this is the problem. You have someone as talented as Althea, you go...
But this is what they need to do. Like, actually isolate the one that goes in front of the wall.
Moments ago, like if you were here about 40 minutes ago...
Their momentum is temporary. Ours is permanent.
Then we saw the hero on the chamber, your Sentinel, and you get aggressive, you can do so much damage, but you lose the utility that he gets to play around. And what Kayak's now trying to do, what
Paper X wall over towards middle.
Because it gives Althea opportunities to do stuff like that.
Yeah, it looks like FNATIC will be a little bit more passive in that mid-fight. This time Kayak just holding over it towards that A site. The door closed. And Boaster, I think, will be the one to pick up this wrap through to the B site. And this was a big problem for FNATIC when it came to the defensive side. What we're seeing here wasn't really the case. They weren't plugging the gaps as efficiently. Teams were able to sneak past them. Well, this time they'll be spotted. Boaster,
a really good Omen flash, delayed everything on this.
For the fight instead. Kayak wrapping up behind. He's popped the
ult. 1,
He's
2, 3.
Maybe a little more. He's going to come out of the ulti, not the ideal weapon for it.
Dude, all 3 on site, didn't get a kill between them.
Battle, that's going to send Kayak back to the other side of the map, and there's almost nothing to do here. FNATIC have been rolled in that early fight.
Better put Alpha back over towards B.
Alpha on the other side of the map, you lose the round. That is painful, because they had them pretty much boxed in. You could see Cloud knew exactly where opponents were coming from, but if he's not
there goes the
shots, that's a far bigger issue. He's been one of FNATIC's best players so far. I'm like, Alpha,
yeah, pretty much.
Their credits are not bad, but I feel like this is a little bit audacious, attempting to try and pull off what is, in reality, a 1v5, because his teammate is saving the operator.
Yeah, Kayak had no notion of helping out after using his ultimate, popping out to try to cause that distraction.
FNATIC are going to make changes? Wait, it's too late to make changes.
For it to fade. Everyone was dead.
This is what they got now.
Carry that weapon through to the
You got to
next.
stick
Boaster
with it.
said their momentum is temporary, but ours is permanent. Well, it's been put
Cloud's a good pickup,
to an
man.
immediate halt. And as you
Problem is that the roles aren't
I see. Okay.
straightforward.
Well, we're gonna have to pause the game. Compops is going to reprimand him for that. Unfortunately, that's not allowed.
Well, he doesn't speak Turkish, so it's fine. No one understood. They didn't understand him. He didn't understand them.
Everyone was just confused.
Yeah.
But for Eternal Fire to immediately shut them down like that,
My God.
that's definitely going to be a
Chipmunk.
blow that is felt on the other side of the stage, and indeed a timeout call.
Did anyone else just hear a cat?
FNATIC.
I thought I just heard a cat.
Yes.
Well, either that or I am losing my mind. Oh, cool.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay,
I
sweet.
didn't hear a thing.
Someone get me a straitjacket. It's time for me to go. Either way, it is a pause coming out. Maybe that was the shriek of Aang of what's just happened over the last couple of rounds. Obviously, it is good when you say, like, their momentum is temporary, and then the next round you have to take a pause because it seemed like your momentum might have been temporary.
Yeah, you didn't just lose it either. Like, you got rolled.
These guys are having the best time. Yeah, not
so
so
far
much.
Fire, it's looking fantastic. Spear.
Kizfizz, thank you so much for the Prime, mate. Appreciate that. Thank you for using your Prime on me. Thank you for the whole year.
3 rounds of his debut.
Appreciate the support, mate.
Didn't do too much since then.
Yeah.
Had a bit of a rougher time, but you know, it's difficult in VCT EMEA. And there you go. There's a positive. That was Alfia's 9th ace in VCT EMEA. I think we had Martin a little earlier, getting his 10th. So you know.
Okay, so he's at least second.
Although in the interview, Martin was like, "I actually think I've got 11." So.
But then he got another one as well, right?
Either way, it seems like
maybe 12.
I am being taken away, but only from the cast, because we're listening to Eternal Fire.
Gittim sabitledim.
AP burada.
Gör abi.
Vurun adamı vurun.
AP.
Tamam.
Smoke verdim, smoke verdim. Linke verdim, smoke. Bolu kırın.
Aldım.
Kolun var.
Cave'e AP oldum. Cave'e AP oldum. Arkaya bakın.
İlk Svolu köyde olabilir belki. Soner dikkat etsene.
Blink. Lower.
Beyler arka bende.
CT bakıyorsunuz değil mi beyler? Cave bende.
Soner sen de alt üste geliyor.
Gel oğlum gel.
I think next round I just have to be here with my omen blinds, and I need someone else here. And then I could just blind them all.
Yeah.
But there was just a little mistake. Sorry.
Okay. No, it's okay.
But
That
I
means
think
they're
it was
going to do
good
the same
rounds
thing.
If we're in the right setup.
Yep, security. It's this one. After the game? Okay, well, they'll be back later. 5-1.
Take me alive.
It can still be 5-2. All they have to do is run to the other side of the map and defuse the spike in less time than it takes to get there.
You sold him Viper in this map?
Tough situation for FNATIC.
It's Viper
We've seen that
or...
mid-control attempted to be
I don't mind a
forward.
Viper
We've seen
or
them attempt to
Harbor.
play passive around it,
I would
use that
personally use the
Yoru ult
Viper.
to wrap up behind early and apply pressure from both sides. That didn't work.
But
And
I would
now,
do
game main aggression most certainly has
this wall
again, you hear it at the end
and
there,
smoke
the
mid.
paranoia, perhaps
Leak out
misplaced,
smoke mid,
mistimed,
their
but
side.
It's not a good sign to see them go down this quickly 6-1. And for Eternal Fire, as much as we joke, like they're from what FNATIC said,
That's so nasty.
very rare that their momentum is temporary.
You know what?
Pretty much like this, but I would do it
came into
tighter.
last
I would do it
week
way
saying
tighter.
The only player that can play Waylay is Zeus.
Because I want to clear this corner and put
Well,
Vice
other
Flash
people
here.
can pick it up.
So that I can clear this
Then we
corner,
saw
then
the
I can
rock
drop it,
flag.
then I can Vice Flash.
That was actually pretty good. And now from Fabi, maybe it's just Turkish players. Only Turkish players can play Waylay well. I'm happy to be proven wrong. Either way, very aggressive start already in with the Nightfall, and they are pushing off this.
You know, Audaz has got this angle. As soon as the wall goes down, Cloud is stuck, and he'll be taken down. Nice TP, nice ulti from Audaz.
Mate,
Now
Kag's
he's
just
joined up with
out
the
here
group,
in the
and they're
open. He's
putting
going to do
pressure
so
on from
much.
every
He
side
did
of
incredible,
Kayak.
really.
Again, it seems so difficult to take these fights, but FNATIC are doing well. In every battle back, they ended up +1, and now Necky's alone against 3. The numbers too much for him to battle against, and well, the utility has made this an extremely awkward fight. A minute on the clock. They're making it around that corner. Gives him a chance to reset. Swinging out, though.
Very
He sees
nice.
the high-low.
Shout out to Kayak on
6-2.
this one.
FNATIC are back on the board.
He
Yeah, nice control there.
went above and
think,
beyond.
The one fight I was a little worried about was towards the end with
momentum
sort of
again.
holding that back angle, but he makes
Potentially.
sure that he's very aware that these players can get aggressive, and they're just having more solid crossfires towards the end of the rounds, just making
Is
sure
Sage
they
good
don't
in this
give
map? Sage is good
any
in
of
this
these
map.
young superstars on Eternal Fire a chance. Of course, that is the momentum breaker. But is this now going to be the start of some momentum for FNATIC? Because we saw versus Liquid, they had an incredibly poor defensive half, 4-8. Right now, they're kind of on track for something similar.
Well, they'll certainly hope for that to look a little bit better by the time the bell tolls its last. FNATIC again send that Vice setup towards the B site. Eternal Fire knocking on the gates of A. Rounds have been good to them when they avoid that utility, avoid that stack up for now. Orb taken, Fabian one away from the convergence path. That could get you into a site, and the Viper's Pit would certainly help secure it. Although FNATIC have some ways of getting back in there. They're staying towards this three-man setup on the A site. And I saw Eternal Fire walk back. You wonder, is that B hit coming in? But it looks like a split is on the cards, going into the numbers of FNATIC.
Fabian with a chance at revenge, but no, again. Boast are well prepared for that early fight.
X-Robin with the Prime. Appreciate the 2 months. Thank you so much, mate. Appreciate you.
The star of the show in some of the earlier rounds. And Ordaz almost feels like he's trying to bait them in, but again, Boaster is on the angle. Of course, I was going to say there could be a Viper screen in the way, but never mind. A second win for the IGL.
Left.
His positioning is what's getting the better of those attacking players. The only thing that worries me is the amount of ground that is currently there for Echo.
Dude, where are we going? You guys
Maybe
literally
trying
don't
to
have time,
His
right?
going to be easy. He's just ready for this, but he moves forward. The step forward is enough for him to lose his life. Even still, they're walking into the Alpha domain. He's going to take away their weapons, has a teammate alongside him. And
I feel like every single team on attack has an absolute shocker. I feel like you have to at the
That
moment.
looked like it was the same problems we'd... Oh my goodness. There we go.
You have
We'll
to
get
at the
third
moment
as
lose
well.
around
It looked
the
like the same
time.
problems we'd seen
That's like the
before
rule
from
at the moment
FNATIC.
for
They get a
Summit.
little bit too
On
focused
Summit
those
on
early
attack, you have
fights.
to have
They
one
leave a
round
gap,
where you lose
and
the
their
time.
opponents exploit it. Crashies filled it in just in time, but again got caught moving.
It's part of the course. It's crazy.
But Boaster posted on 2 angles, finding his double, made it awkward, made them look for that Hail Mary play. That snake in the grass, the sneaky flank that did get them some value, but Alpha again showing his value in playing that anchor. The B site seemingly off limits anytime he's there, and Eternal Fire might be about to put that to the test. See a lot of numbers outside the B site, and once again,
How do you
Alpha's
deal with
set up
players
here.
with nerves? Just get them to lose over and over
He's made
again
this
until
play a
they
few times, but I feel
no
like
longer
he's been
fear losing.
wrecked every time he's gone for it. It's almost a game of cat and mouse, and after firing a shot, is forced to fall back. Has left Boaster behind on the angle. Nightfall ready and set up. A good read from the FNATIC defenders of where they're looking to go. And well, even still, it's Boaster that goes down first on that lurk play. The hold out from Echo. And now the question is, do they continue this push? It seems like they do.
Yeah, oh no, there's full commitment now from this squad going in towards that B site. Viper's Pit, this is going to cover off the right side, give them a little safe spot to plant, but the spams are always going to be a problem from here. Luckily, Spike
Hey,
goes
how's
down,
he
and
alive?
fights his way forward,
What
keeps
the?
going, and
Off
Kayak
sound.
gets him off the sound. Now, Echo to be found, and he's now being spotted, revealed for just a
He's
moment.
going to be
but
1
slips
HP when he
back
goes through this.
behind the wall,
He'd
outside
have to hit
of
a
the
banger of a
breeze,
shot.
waiting for the
Oh, he
walkthrough.
gave in the barrel as
Beautiful
well.
stuff from Echo. A masterful
The only thing that feels like, because they're kind of like the comp from
I always get a little
from
bit nervous
FNATIC.
when I see
Obviously, I wouldn't
Echo
use a
walking out of
Yoru,
Viper's
but
Pit, but that
I
was
do think
masterfully played.
the Cloud at the moment, you need to try get him on comfort,
bit.
and I think he looks
It's
the
a good round
most
from Eternal Fire. It's one that
uncomfy
I
on
think they need as a
Viper.
bit of a combo breaker, but they did use the majority of their ults. Like Nightfall kind of did nothing.
Like, I'm looking at his
They then
lows,
had
I'm
the
looking
convergence
this
path,
here, he
which
just looks
went onto
uncomfy
the
with it.
right-hand side of the site, which also kind of did nothing.
I think there's too
The
much going
Viper's
on in his
Pit
brain.
won them the round, so
Yes.
I'm not mad
When
at
you're
the
doing a
Viper's Pit, but
Viper.
that was a lot of ults committed, ultimately just to get onto the B site.
Yeah, definitely a costly round, but it guarantees them leaving this half, they've got the lead.
Yeah, it's worth it.
And how much more can they get from here? Well, it's still a full buy from FNATIC. They'll still face that operator. Kayak last round, conditioning them with that mid play. He went deep and fired a shot at a smoke just to let them know that he was taking that space and then bailed out. But that almost cost Boaster his life when he went peeking later on. I don't think anyone expected Echo to still be clearing those angles. And a very slow round from EF, but Tom, it looks like they might be heading back towards that B side. Maybe relying on Echo to play that late lurk.
Basically, if they kill Alpha,
Playing in front of his util.
but I'm not sure they will.
It's
It's a very close angle. He was waiting just for the player to trip the wall. That's the problem. If you keep doing the same thing, eventually your opponents will adapt, especially if your opponent is Alpha yet.
How much can Echo get done? That's the question. He's already delivered them one. Popped the orb up to make an uncomfortable spear. Strikes from above and Alpha's down. Using the Sage Wall to create that extra elevation. Crashies, falls to the same man. Spear, one away from a res, and this won't be the round to use it. It's a 3
This is
versus
so
1.
many rounds on
Cloud
attack.
against the numbers,
So
and
many
Echo
rounds
the
on
man
attack.
to
I
put
think there was a
him in
really
the round
early
with the
round.
plan.
You know, the
Going
early
to
round where
Spear.
Alpha
They've got
started
a
over
res
towards
and
A, but he
final round and
was like
a
at the
real
back of
chance
site,
at
let
a
him get all the
9-3
space, and then he
half.
started dueling once the wall was down.
Kind of look at a team
I think if they
losing
had like
that
played that
direct
round
entry
properly
duelist,
and
especially when
they
you're playing solo duelist, and I said
they had the
that's a bit
comfort of
worrying.
thinking
Like,
that
how
he
are they
could
gonna move
be
from this point
able
onwards?
to
But
hold
it seems
this
like they
site
play
down.
well
I think they would have
around
such a
Sage
better
Wall. I
chance.
think Echo
It's
is
so
doing
much
a
easier to fight
fantastic job
this
on the
with
lurk.
numbers
Like his timing
and
for
then
someone so
stall
exceptionally
here.
young is impressive. Like,
And
he's
you can
got a
hold
good
this
read
with
on the
two if you
game
have the blockers
most
like
of the
this.
time.
Like this setup here, like watch them win this
8-3
round.
up
I'm actually
now.
so
The economy
wait, what
also
is that?
somewhat in the bin for FNATIC.
Sure, I'm confident. Watch them win this round.
Think about the impact on the defensive side of Cloud every time we've seen this as well, like this map play out. And now on the Viper, I think he's got 1 kill so far.
Yeah,
like,
he's
this
been
has
getting
been
domed.
What
And
are
I
these
will
two
say
doing?
Some of them are
Mate, you got a
not
deep
because
angle
he's
here.
playing Viper. Some of them are
Yeah.
because someone's doing some random BS that's catching
Okay.
him off guard.
Let's hope that's not the same here. His chance at redemption. Double or nothing.
Okay, chat, there's nothing I can
Nothing
do
today.
with that.
Fabian's just contacted in and taken Cloud
He even got
out
the
of
heads up.
round. For FNATIC, could be a very disappointing half. Kayak has a choice here to try to make a play.
He even got the
Players
little
right in
jiggle
front
to
of
let him
him.
know
No,
he's about
no,
to peek.
It's time to bail. Nothing from the ultimate except the info. It is keeping numbers towards this A site, but most importantly, Alpha is there. That might be the one hope for FNATIC in this moment.
Well, the TP is going to clear some space for Echo. Much as Fabian hopes to do, of course, some weaker weaponry there to try and support. Nice work from Alpha yet again. He is the demon in the darkness, holding that back line. And, well, that pistol's not quite close enough. Another opportunity for an ace.
The grey
for Alpha,
reposition
but
from
the
him.
timing couldn't be worse. The push through
Oh.
is going to get him killed. And Crashies now loses his life as well. Even still, all down to Ordaz.
Worryingly doable for him. The plan stuck all the way. It's a brave one, and he's called their bluff. Now, Kayak and Boaster look to group up the high-low in play. Ordaz wants to take it early. And the swing.
Mate, they're getting
Aiming
so
for the
owned,
fences
bro.
and clearing
Even
with
Alpha's
ease.
trying his best to hold him into
9-3
this.
for Eternal Fire.
I
That
don't
is
know how
a
they lose that
stellar
first duel as
half.
well.
Oh, that is a
God, this
brutal
team,
one to
bruh.
lose, and I'll be honest, there's been a few of them so far.
The good news
man
for
that was hoping
FNATIC, and I
to
think it's like their
build
only good
momentum
news at the moment,
is a
is they
man
can
we will
afford
hear
to mess
from
up
in
this
just
week
a moment
and then have
after
play-ins.
these highlights.
But the
Let's
problem
hear from
is,
Boaster before.
play-ins, they're going to struggle if they look like this.
Boaster, I want to start with the last game. You've had a little distance on it. Obviously,
Alpha?
a bit of
No,
a
I mean,
shocker.
Alpha did so
What do
much
you
here,
think
man.
happened now?
Yeah, we just had to bounce back, and I think that's something that FNATIC is really good at doing it, and I think it was better to have it then than later at a more pivotal time time in our playoffs run.
Fair enough. Especially what Liquid were showing, right? We saw at some points they were running really the same round kind of at you a lot of times, and it felt like you guys were having difficulty adapting. What do you think goes into that?
Yeah, I just think we got a bit flustered, and when they were doing it, we weren't, like you said, adapting. So we've put a lot of effort into it this week in scrims and making sure we're adapting, reading each other, and keeping our emotions regulated. And yeah, I'm really happy with the work, and I'm really confident with today.
Looking forward to that matchup that you're confident about with
yeah.
Eternal Fire. There we go. Perfect. Beautiful. Eternal Fire is also a team.
Yeah,
that's
we got another
sometimes
one.
known for maybe
Add him
doing
to the
one
list.
things very
He's got
well.
4 players
How
now.
do you anticipate it going today?
I mean, I watched their VODs, and I'm ready for their set and style. Definitely an aim style. And yeah, I'm ready to play. I'm looking forward to it. I wanna get some, not revenge, but I wanna get some redemption on the stage. Not been the best season for me so far, and I wanna go out there and show the boys what I can do.
Redemption road today.
Nice.
Good luck.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Do they always pick again? Okay, that one was on purpose. They always pick the most savage interviews at halftime, I swear.
So I saw him for 2 weeks.
The first one, the first one is because
so
he's
I'm going to try my best not
he's
to
an
take
arm
that
talker.
personally. And I'll tell you, I'm already failing. 9-3 though. FNATIC
4
are
players
failing
have
as
fallen
well.
victim
it has
to
been
it.
a tough first half for them. Cloud leaving
Ghost
with
is
1
on the
kill,
list.
especially considering how strong he has looked over the last couple of matches for FNATIC, even here on this map. So it's
interesting way of doing this.
No, Alpha's having a pretty hot series,
But it doesn't
so far.
take away
There's
any
a
of the
strong
angles.
first
Sure,
half,
I get the good
15-8,
after
but,
plan,
Althea has
but
the
it
most
doesn't
kills
take
in the server,
away.
you're losing 9-3. That's a pretty. That's a
get around
pretty
for every
poor.
5 kills he puts up. That's not a good statistic,
Honestly?
but it is a statistic that we're forced to work with
Let's
here.
see it.
For FNATIC, a pistol round. Wow, I don't think I need to tell most of you that.
Wait, this might be good though. Where are the fawns going?
I'd say any
Fawns are a
round at
bit to
this
the right
point, but
though,
yeah,
right? He's
it's
got
been
double
rough.
fawns. 2 lineups
This
here
is
and here.
Just a bait play.
2 lineups. Oh, okay,
Waiting in
they're
the
cooking a
corner
little
is
bit.
Fabian. Slow even
Good
put
fawns.
into maybe even try and
Means that you
snake a
can't
little
flood
bit
in.
more.
Means that you
Kayak's gone
isolate
round
them over
behind,
towards
that's the
site.
problem, but they don't check they don't check it
Means that
again.
we don't
They
check
it
close
a second
left.
time. And well, there's the backstab. It will get 1. He needs more. He needs so much more. And Kayak has at least made this round possible.
Yeah, that second was a necessity. Cloud alongside him, 22 HP on Kayak. It is time to cast away the memory of the previous half. It's
Very,
Cloud
very
in
nice.
with
Nicely
1
done to Kayak
and
on this one.
Kayak on his
This
third
here,
that
this
gets
fawns here
FNATIC on the
is so
board
strong.
for
We're
4.
starting to
Still
see
far
people get a
behind, but
little bit of that.
a
Dude, I'm telling
chance
you,
to
they
start
check the
this half
corners
out
right.
in greener pastures.
Or they like
Yeah, I
use
was
maybe
very
some
worried with the
fade
start.
util
Like,
that
Fabian
will be more on a
probably could have
pistol,
wiped out the
or like
whole
more
team
once they get some
in
money.
the first few
I think they can
seconds of that
spam this a
round.
little bit.
Not the cleanest shots we've ever seen from him, although that is always tough because he hits some of the cleanest, but nice round from Kayak. He manages to use all of the chaos, get him behind, come out with a 3K. And
Yeah,
I think
can't do it the easy way.
From Fire might know in that moment.
Dude,
that
are they just going
that
to
was an
A spam? Am I
opportunity to
finally going to see it?
basically close out this map.
Fawns, same thing again.
Well, for Eternal Fire, time to take it easy for a round.
Smoke goes out,
Classics
Prowler
come out
clears
to
all
play.
left and
No
behind
investments
box.
from that side,
Flash
and
on the left side so you can push
poke
through
that
the
man
wall
a
if you
little
need
bit,
to.
see what
Fade
FNATIC's
eye
plan
clears
is,
all
and
the site, it
we're
looks
gonna
like.
find out it's a
Maybe
much
not
more
straight under, I
direct
don't know.
approach. Not too many
And they
weaknesses
prioritize
on
back a
FNATIC
site.
either.
Hold up.
Playing with the pistol, or Marshall as well, Alpha. The one
Alpha,
sent
mate,
out
you
to
do
find a
not
few.
need to
He's gonna
push
be
this.
blindsided in just a moment,
You
but
are
he
so
only gives them a
greedy.
ghost over. It's certainly not the end of the world. This is where it could start to get costly. Eternal Fire, the last team I want to see underestimated when it comes to these low buys, and you can already see that respect starting to give them a little bit of space, backing off, and for good reason. Kayak's now being tagged down to 19. That rifle in danger. Boaster, great spray transfer, but it's still, well.
Okay, it's all good.
I was going to say
Could
they're
have
not out of
been
danger just yet.
really
Cloud's
bad
taken
for them.
himself up to 4. It's a big
buy
for
round.
him.
Do they spam A
For
again?
FNATIC, 5 on the board with the majority of the weapons carried forward.
It's good enough. It's just when you watch how close some of these fights get, like this one in particular, I think Echo must have whiffed a little bit more than normal for him to not close out Boaster.
Cause I'm in too deep and I'm trying to keep.
Oh, you know,
Banger.
Boaster seems to be in pretty good spirits. And building into this attack half, definitely an opportunity for them to be able to
Not
turn
the A
this one
spam.
around. It
There's
has
Hand of
been
Fire.
tough to hold
Do
in
put the Sage
onto
over towards A though, so
that
they can
defense
delay.
at times. But let's listen in to how FNATIC are going to be playing their first bonus.
What about Cloud?
I'm spotting out. Okay,
Let's go to B play. Sage is on A right now.
They probably fade.
Can you recon into
Can
yard?
I break the wall? Can I?
Yeah, you can. You can pressure it.
Let's chill out for a little, boys.
Don't see art. I wanna
I
pick
didn't
the
see
art
anyone
line.
yard.
Don't forget the spike.
Bring the bomb back.
Bring the bomb back. I'll do it. It's fine. Just wait, boys. Wait a bit.
We're in a really good B split position here,
Break
boys.
the wall.
I'm gonna go back to. Okay, I'm not gonna.
No, you have to stay.
Chat, let me speak about this in a bit.
We're
You want a
gonna
4-1 or 3-2?
we're gonna go 4-1. Might as well.
Yeah, go slow, Offie.
Yeah, man. Go.
I don't know.
Don't the up because I just smoked here.
Go 1, 2.
We just send the clone and swing with the clone, okay, boys?
Yeah, wait.
Alright, send it.
Ready, boys?
I'm holding blind for Dragon.
Dragon.
Dragon one.
I'm blind.
Gonna blind
For
after
next.
this, ready?
For next.
Blind, blind.
1, 2.
Blinding now.
Dragon. Gonna be more dragon, boys.
I'm holding the dragon.
Right now. I'm flashing
Dead
your
one
backside.
dragon.
Blind
I'm
on the
flashing your
outside.
backside.
Backside.
One more dragon. All sided, Jake.
I have all on me right
One
now.
more dragon. One more dragon, boys.
Two.
I have all on me. I have all on me, Kayak. I can't see.
Dragon.
Dragon.
Oh, swung out.
Chill.
2 dragon, that means AWP.
Oh.
Backside.
Backside last.
I'm chilling.
I'm gonna walk.
Hey, come. Wait. 1, 2.
Minus 40.
I got you.
That's what we like, baby.
And this is
Holy.
the cloud that we were waiting to see. That first half had to be
Dragon,
pointed
they
out,
call in this, okay?
uncharacteristically quiet.
Yeah.
And now he's starting to
I like
get
this from
loud.
Cloud. It was good. He needs to go break the
9-6,
wall. The problem is that
a
like
very important round
4
for
segments of
Fnatic
the
to win.
wall,
That's put the
no
pressure
one
on
ever
Eternal
pushes
Fire's
through
economy.
breaking just one.
And that's really put
Like the
them in a
rule is you have to
position
kind of
where
break
before
2 there,
they
so
were
he's
miles
broken
ahead.
1, which does create a little
Now
bit of
that
pressure that you
distance
might
is
luck
closed in
through
on
it,
them.
but at the
Well,
same
you
time,
know what they were
you
saying?
watch a
They were saying
demo, no
one
one ever
dragon, but
pushes
the
through
fact is
1.
he's dragging them through these
Like sure,
rounds,
maybe teams
'cause
back in the day
without
would
him,
like
that
push through
definitely would've
1
been
and
a
they would
round
get
going the other
owned.
way towards
And then everyone
Eternal
kind of
Fire.
made the protocol that you have to break 2
Ready
segments.
yourself.
So
I got
there
lucky
really,
that it wasn't
if he actually
Dragon
wants
B's
to
or
create
something.
pressure, he kind of has to break 2 segments. Like that
I'll
3
count
stack over
myself
towards
lucky
B was
then.
not moving.
3-round gap, low buy for Eternal Fire, and they're going to try a little bit of aggression on the wings.
Good round for Cloud though, he needs that for his
Fabian
confidence.
hiding inside the smoke, but as soon as it fades, they're stood there waiting. I got to applaud him for trying. And on the other side,
That's
Echo's been
the
stopping
Jack
a wall.
Igo strat, right? You just
Yeah, well, normally there'd be a bird flying out of that smoke that would make things a little bit easier.
and some
Not
singing.
quite the case for Fabian.
Well, damage not looking so likely. Echo trying to
This
fly
one,
as
I mean,
far
it's a
forward
sneaker.
around
This one's fine.
the vice wall as possible, but I think he's probably going to realize quite quickly that there's not really any reason for them to go back in this direction. Crash.
I wonder if Eternal Fire are going to do a timeout. It's like a pretty good timeout at the moment when teams are doing this leak out smoke here, right, that blocks like a potential luck timing from this angle. It's a good time to do a punish here,
I see a bandit.
especially as they have like an Omen and they can get up towards here and go higher, lower. They should probably do
Come out of
that.
here with something, but big swing by Crashies. Clouds wrap around. Let's put this one to bed. They know now roughly where Echo's coming from. He tripped the wall. Alpha went back to check, but Echo was a little quicker on his feet than they thought. That's a rifle. Chance to make it costly.
Strong.
Kayak won't let that happen. Even taking the upgrade.
Okay,
to
do
the
they want a
rifle at the
timeout?
end. It's a clean round for Fnatic, all things considered. As you said, ult's starting to build up as well. They avoided all the dangers the Eternal Fire had set out for them. 2-round gap. And what looked like a map where they were miles behind with no chance of catching up. It's really become a much more bite-sized problem now.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of parallels. That was an in-zone flawless. I'm pretty sure in the 4-round
No timeout on this one. Your ult, fade ult, they got a red. Bruh, you got to fight middle against this, surely.
So, and well, we'll have to see if they have an Alpha level threat. Who
They're going to sit back and get wrecked.
To get onto the board in the second half, but I can say the exact same thing.
A little bit of pressure over towards A.
Opportunities now
Instant group up towards B, just straight up ult combo.
Fabian, though,
Do they have like a
one in this round?
set thing with the fade and the Your ult? Who knows?
Are going to send it this way.
Little worried for Eternal Fire here, just sitting back. They have 3 on site though, at least.
Looks to spot that up, but he was hiding behind the wall, waiting for his moment to strike. Fabian in with 1 already. Could be under pressure though, he knows it. Hearing Kayak come out of his ult. Just around the corner from that smoke. Now the op can't really fight towards the site with the door down, and Echo tries to fill in that gap. Tries to stop them pushing further, but pays for it with his life. Numbers looking good for the attack, but Kayak's gone a bridge too far. Now Eternal Fire with a chance to fight back in with a res as well online. They can go round to drop.
Anything to stop the res?
Right
Not really.
back into the fight. You have that Viper to play with. That means the Viper's wall comes back online. Fnatic have to play ahead of the utility, but there's an orb as well. Crashies finding one, but Echo, the man brought back from the dead, and he sent Fnatic into the afterlife. Double digits.
Yeah, Kayak probably got a little
Eternal
too
Fire.
aggro there.
What a round from Echo.
It was a great round from him. One way is interesting.
It seems like he went to his demise, came back as a Grim Reaper. He became death himself incarnated and just didn't miss a shot from that moment onwards. Because I was going to say, and I think I'd be right in saying, he was a little bit ahead of the curve on that retake. Yeah. But maybe the assumption was there. It was just like, we have the res.
Dude, it looks like they didn't piece together. Like they're both sitting on the Viper one way, and it kind of looked like they went on top of the fact that it was the Viper that got res.
I'm gonna hold this smoke with an op, and he's
And
like,
they
let me see if I can peek out and
sat
get
back
him.
and got wrecked.
He didn't get him. But the res being online,
Surprised,
yeah,
man.
gave him that
I still
safety
think
net to
Kaiko
play
overstepped.
with, and yeah, maybe they weren't thinking about that, but maybe they were.
This is good from Eternal Fire. Problem is now the refract's gone.
Because he probably, by the time this game has ended, won't remember that round. That's the biggest problem with asking pros questions, is they don't remember. But either way, as said, FNATIC
He can't feel
plenty of
comfy,
credits to play with. A very aggressive position from Fabian, and with an operator as well.
Yeah, he's been here a while, and he can't TP back anymore. The man is happy
Was
to
he meant to
stand
put the
his
wall up
ground.
here, or?
I don't know what the plan is if a couple
Yeah, I don't know what
players
the plan
come
is
around
there
the
as
corner,
well.
and in fact, no one even needs to. Alpha's patience gets him the pick, and a Viper's pit immediately from Eternal Fire towards A main. Sensing some pressure that we can see isn't there. In fact, you can see that the Vice wall's being put into play, and with players outside the B site, FNATIC have all but avoided that Viper's pit off rip.
Whoa.
Oh, this
Whoa.
is a bold play waiting behind the wall, and while sometimes fortune favors the bold, this was not one of them. Fortune did not like them.
I didn't mind the idea.
Got to feel a little silly now with your pit up on the other side of the map. Or maybe you feel like you pushed them towards that side, but I think we could see this was always the plan from FNATIC. It's an ultimate traded out in panic and fear, perhaps. And oh, he's even guessed there was a player behind him. Not bad.
2v3, yeah, but they don't know exactly about
Echoes
numbers.
come in with 2, though. Maybe we shouldn't be throwing ourselves out of like
They
lemons.
should, they should probably delay this. Did he have one Sage slow and they had Tether still? Like they probably should just use util with the time being low, but it's a 4v5. Something has to happen.
If the sprint for the Ninja defuse could even happen.
Yeah, I think the second you see Althea die, you go, okay, that's the silly, goofy time over. Now we want to
1-9 loss bonus
and not give him back the Viper's pit that he used.
Dude, if Echo oversteps there, he kind of needs his gun. Oh, mate, it might actually happen.
I don't think he's going to find anything. He has to also kind of hold on to this gun because his teammate,
yeah, he really needs to keep it.
Was a little bit low on credit, so wants to make sure. And there you go. It's going to be the pause. We are getting a very, very similar half. The only difference is that one of them diffused. That's literally, other than that, it's been exactly the same.
Yeah. Well, a timeout now from Eternal Fire. As you said, similar halves here. It's been 5 out of 6 rounds going the way of FNATIC. Some stabilization from them there, but I think in particular, Fabian, a man that we know for his high
1-9 loss bonus is in the money, 1,900.
Aggressive down on mid. And he's been shut down. And now we reach that point that you kind of have a tough job to balance the two. Should you stop him from playing super aggressively, you essentially blunt the weapon that you've brought into the game today. But should he continue in that vein, well, you keep throwing risks out there. They don't always pay off. And I think that's going to be something to discuss here for Eternal Fire in terms of how they want to weight those early fights with the Waylay. If you decide to go for it right away and you don't get that contact, sometimes you got a call to just cancel.
Yeah, I guess it would be the equivalent of telling someone who's like an expert with knives and has one knife to fight at range. It's like, yeah, maybe he'll get one, but you're going to lose the value.
Force him down to an eco.
Close combat aggression, which is what I think Fabian's very good at. And well, you look at the stats, I feel like identity-wise, Eternal Fire have been a little bit lost. They've been swapping stuff around an awful lot. He has been able to fill pretty much any role that they need.
Keep it. Hello, mate.
And,
I like you on this one.
Yeah, I think he will continue to do so, but that doesn't mean
Yeah, you guys melted a little bit.
Oh, a 2-round gap as we get back into the game, but it's likely to narrow.
This one might be one of the hardest ones to
rifle on Echo,
accept as well.
That weapon saved over.
I think this was your, even though it was a 2-0, this was your closest one.
Across the board, evidently. An eco called for here, couple of pistols. And it looks like Fabian saving up for that operator again. Well, good, it's done them. And here one ring out and FNATIC, from our perspective, we can see it's going to be a very slow round. It's not that surprising either. There's been a lot of those low buy aggressive plays from Eternal Fire. But for now, a different strategy, just the stack up and hope they come your way.
Time's going to get low. They're going to go into the stack site.
Break the button, shut the door.
The hero gun is not here.
They've rotated away and then re-hit the same site. And that is exactly what they're doing. Do they expect a
shot.
second player? Okay. I said that Kayak has been having some quieter performances. This is not one of them. 19 and 13. Fabian has been able to drop
jewel
one
on
player,
site.
makes things a little bit more awkward. Neki at the back of the site almost looked like he had the timing on Alpha here, but almost doesn't win anything. And now for Fabian, maybe would have hoped to try and deny the plant, but he is nowhere near close enough. And now the only man left alive.
It's got to be frustrating for Echo to rotate there and see Crashies on a full buy round lurking as a fade in that position. That's just one of those head scratchers. I'm not really sure how he's supposed to predict that. And Crashies gets his backstab in, 9 to 10 now for FNATIC. This has become a real possibility. And if we are to see it replicate the performance of last half, you know, we were talking about how slow FNATIC were to start round 7, and it was a 6-1 deficit. Well,
they got a Euro if they want to make it easy. Viper if they get over towards site.
I genuinely think that they have, maybe we've
on
just
defense they're buying
the
up.
same script. If we could sort that one out, so obviously everybody's happy. But yeah, we'll see. For Eternal Fire, I'm sure they'd like to try and break back and win the next couple of rounds, because that would guarantee them an overtime at a minimum. But there hasn't been much in this second half to really write home about. It does seem like Fabian is going to take your quasi-advice and play that little bit more passive. He's now just holding the angle on A.
I'll find you.
FNATIC gonna poke and prod towards middle.
Looks pretty set again.
Eternal Fire not adapting as much of an aggressive stance there as they did a couple rounds ago. Fabian was already down on bottom mid by this point. Instead, we said sitting on that A site means Eternal Fire look to fight the extremities of mid. They'll let them in, funnel them through, and then fight them in the choke points deeper where they won't expect
play,
it.
man.
He's not missing.
That looked so weird on
Kayak
that.
clears Neki with ease. An immediate
Insert one, can get the lock on this.
To fight into an
Oh, this.
position for
See what I mean? Right, they want to push through, they break 2.
them away. And if it didn't, I think the info from this ultimate will.
Okay.
Well,
Keep an eye on the time on this one. It's not like,
speed of sound.
like I said, every team has to lose 1 half or like 1 round on attack through time or from time. This might be it, 15. Oh, that's a big whiff.
This has been one hell of a round for Kayak, and the time may be ticking, but it doesn't matter if he kills everyone in front of him. Echo now completely alone. Well, the warning shots have been fired, but it is
nice,
an
man.
in-zone flawless.
Dude, they're going to have to do another timeout, and it feels like they have no answers.
I told them to give the
Might be the most
scripts, and
attack-sided
here we
one
are.
we've seen so far. On
It can be harder to see in the moment, but that was a really nice play from FNATIC. Kayak going through with the ult. The paranoia lands off of his call, off his info on that mini-map, so Audaz is taken down. And then when they look to swing in to deal with Kayak, who's causing those problems on the site, the rest of the force is coming through that same angle to help out. Very nicely done from FNATIC. A good crunch, and 10 to 10 is their reward. Now
this one, they've had some nice rounds.
From Eternal Fire, a game that honestly looked lost.
Okay, this is a little better.
Time now. Well,
I'm
it
kind
may not be their
of punished
lead
over towards
that they're
middle.
about to claim for the first time in this
FNATIC
map.
kind of look like they want to keep it
just gonna be
simple, or are they
simple
just
again.
doing
Why
that
do we
default where they
get
break the wall again? Or door, I guess we should say.
But it's not that, it's their momentum is temporary.
Ah, he said it well in advance. Like really, really far in advance.
With Spike?
Nice pick to start this. That's the only weapon that Eternal Fire have to work with, and it's put the Spike on the floor. Even picking that back up is kind of difficult with the slowdown. Fabian stepped in, you understand why. But it wasn't the play
Managed
this time.
to get the
Crashies
spike.
to shut him down. Now we're back to a 4v4.
Ooh.
Oh, mate.
Timing not going to be the best unless he walks all the way around.
Which way does he look? He's heard them.
Heard him.
Echo's got the info, and he's swinging in, and they've got their
Got a
guns
double.
collateral. Cloud and Kayak are gone.
He bullets.
Nah.
Nah.
Got another.
Nah.
Unbelievable.
It is insane.
And he's looking to close lose it by himself. He'll be denied that opportunity, but a 1 versus 3. The lead for FNATIC, it seemed to be theirs, but well, now Alpha has to fight against 3 players all on the site right in front of him. No time to go anywhere else in a wall to, well, run his magazine dry. That's going to win the round on its own. 8 seconds. There is no time to get this done. An 11-10 on the board with an Emoda Thrifty. EF take back their lead.
It's one of the sickest Emoda Thrifties I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, this was great timing from him. Also, like the idea that
getting the second,
for him to swing here is pretty smart. He knows they're probably going to catch him like W King and a small choke. And at the same time, if he went off angle just holding the line there is a chance they just check him. That last kill's mad though.
In the halftime interview from Boaster that he's watched a lot of demos. Obviously that doesn't include this map because Eternal Fire haven't played this map, so we can give him a little bit of an excuse. But he said he knows the play style. Knowing and doing something about it has been a trouble.
Okay, they're adding little things in to be able to fight over towards middle.
In recent times, Eternal Fire have been struggling this stage, but that's the peak skill. That's
they do Vader at the top to see if they could take the TP.
In the same round.
Disgusting.
This pulse is super strong.
Used the wall to get him up top. The orb's blocking it off. But when it goes down, you'd think they'd be in trouble. Alpha's seen this trick before. Nicely done.
To be fair, I felt like the first thing everyone...
And at the same time, they prowled over towards B. They create the question mark, insta-group up towards A. Or Daz on his own. One smoke.
Spot, so I'm going to hard scope onto that little cubby spot.
It's a great predictor. Alpha, you're playing a game of Minesweeper there, and he's saved the boys some serious trouble. Moving towards this A side as well is the right call for now. As time goes on, those rotates are coming through. Neki and Spear sprinting to help out.
Not gonna hit the TP back to sight.
This push alone, the TP taken behind him.
30 seconds.
Nah, surely a little swing.
You would imagine. But for now, at least, there's no swing. Kayak is biding his time. He's waiting, but now the reinforcements are here. Kayak does well, but Boaster certainly doesn't. TPing into open sight.
Someone help him on sight.
Handed some kills, and they'll get back to even. 3 versus 3.
Man, they're just comfy holding it.
Gets that res online, but he'll be dropped early by Crashies. And the ult from Alpha fired in when there were much more bodies against them. It's only Echo left to stand against them. Decent damage, but, well, there's 3 of them. And now they know exactly where he is. It's been a good game for Echo, but this would be surreal. He's been given a chance, an opportunity with the wraparound as well. He might isolate one. The barrel spotted, damage done.
Damn, bro. Give him like what? Maybe 5 extra bullets?
He won't be getting it across the line.
The chance.
11 to 11.
Did they have to eco?
Tied up again. Keep in mind, they have not been in the lead at all this map.
Yeah, but they've always got very close. Great start from Alfia. He seemed well aware, but it got really messy in the middle. This especially. There was no way a teammate could ever trade, but luckily, when you have Alpha and Crashies holding on to the angle, it can make it incredibly difficult to get through. And to be honest, Alfia has been sort of a massive talking point always in this team, but I think it's been a talking point because he's still been thriving. I think pretty much every single game, I can think of moments at a minimum, but also statistically, he's been very, very good. It has been the other players that we haven't yet seen that sort of level from. I think Kayak was the easiest sort of focal point that we could take because we know the heights that that man can have. But in this game, you got both. You got Alfia, you got Kayak, both players performing very well. And there you go. See, and also the agent pool, I just think is quite cool because the first 2 together kind of make a bit of sense. And then just sometimes he plays Neon and like Raze and other stuff because, you know, he's Alfia and he can kind of do what he wants.
Yeah, I do think, though, the Sentinel, the Vice in particular, I think he plays better than almost anyone.
What's their money?
Anyone I can think
What's
of.
their money? Do they have ults?
I've always enjoyed watching him play it. Today, it's been a very good
Low
showing.
buy. Dude, they got a lot of ults, though.
But they were trailing even with his good performance. His performance hasn't gone anywhere. But he's
retake wall over towards B. Heavy fight mid and A, you would imagine.
Now just 1 kill behind the 2 of them, as you said. Definitely trailblazing. FNATIC's come back into this. And now they need the lead to avoid an overtime. Eternal Fire immediately in with the Viper's Pit towards the A side. And Audaz gets one over the smoke. That's a fantastic start. And Crashies tagged down to 46. Well, for a round where there's so many ultimates for EF as well.
Might win both the
but also
Ricos
so
for
many weaknesses
having
in rifles,
some kind of presence on middle.
That's about as good a start as you could dream of.
Yeah, I feel like
Away with the Prime. Thank you so much for the 9 months, mate.
We're a lot more
Bro, thank you
prepared
as
for
well,
these
man.
sort of aggressive plays. While Fnatic, as we said, like both have talked about it, and yet to really see them be ready for these hyper-aggressive plays. They've been caught out versus the Pistols, and it's the more standardized rounds that have troubled them at least a little bit. An optimistic or pick up, but maybe more of just a denial. I think he just doesn't want anybody else to get it on the other side, but Fnatic very much segmented away from each other. Nobody really playing off anybody else.
Broke one on the right and one on the left.
I don't know, with 40 seconds left, if they are going to make something in this round, it needs to be fairly soon.
Yep, they've been feeling out the map and not liking what they're seeing
30
towards
seconds
that A
on
side.
this.
They were seeing practically
But the
nothing.
wall kind of suggests like
Maybe just avoiding the Sage
they
utility.
want to
with time
retake
already
it,
so
but at the
low,
same time they
whatever
can
the idea
fast flood. I
is.
kind of like this
We're about to
defense
see
wall.
the fruits of their labor, the push towards the B site. Still
You
a
can fast
paranoia
flood,
to
you
delay
can
to buy a
retake, it
little
also
bit of
works for
time.
heavy
Audaz
holding
has
back a
already
site.
been good. He ran at them. He
15
charged
seconds.
forward. You may know their play style, but as you said, doing
Done.
something about it. Well, that's a
They
different
got eco
story.
twice.
They came
Low
in
ball.
here with weaknesses across the board, and yeah, well, that would have been
No
an
time,
ambitious
bud,
ult
sorry.
indeed. 4 seconds on the clock. You need that to plant. You can't plant in middle. 12-11. Eternal Fire again deny Fnatic the lead.
Dude, is this the
and
day
time
of
they
fake
do it
comebacks as
at
well?
The final hurdle.
Well, yeah, it's both time with Pistols as well. They won round 17 and then round 21 and 23 have both been just off pistol plays. Like Audaz, who's been having an okay game.
Let's go.
Just
I mean, it's
pulled that out of
situational. That's
absolutely
normally that's the
nowhere.
problem.
And I wonder if for this final round of regulation, if they're just going to run it down, because it feels like the better strategy for Eternal Fire on the defense. And we can say that because they've literally won more rounds by doing it.
Yeah, it has been sneaky.
Now
Little
they'll fight
angles
over
for
towards
those opening
middle.
Picks. Sure, sometimes players like Fabian get caught out. But there's a lot of success waiting around those corners now. A slow already in play towards this
Oh,
A-side.
that's a
Boaster
nice wide swing
grabbing
from
himself
Bolster.
one in the spawn. Neki
You know
went
me,
back
I'm
to
a big
clear
fan
it,
of an
but the
attack Omen ult.
audacity
Came
of
down to that
committing
50-50
TP.
duel.
After that initial pressure
What a
on A, now
nightmare.
they move back
You know
towards
they're
this
going to
B
go
site,
hunt him,
but
so site
Boaster's
has to be weak. So they
exploring
should
A.
feel like
He's
they can
looking to
walk
cut off
in.
those rotates, get
Oh,
ahead of the
mate.
problem, drag them towards this side of the map.
Gets around the corner.
Well, he's been spotted by a man who only has a judge. The bandit comes out, but he's missing him. Ships in the night as Boaster just keeps
Every single time he just
slipping
gets around the
away.
corner.
Danger signs are down. They know roughly where this man is. And it looks like they'll get him in the end. One man
Good though.
taken
Look at
down,
all
but
that
the
space
rest
they
are
get from
running
it.
into the A site.
What a big round from
It's not
Bolster.
great for Fabian, but
Viper ult could do. Oh, it's a shame that the Viper has to plant on this one because like a
Has
Viper ult
OT
here
written
would
all
win them the
over
round
it.
for sure.
Cloud gonna palm,
He can maybe
but
get
he already
close
had
and do
his
it.
net
Okay, it doesn't
available,
matter.
So I imagine that goes straight in towards
I mean,
the
that's an
spawn.
overtime right there. It's got a smoke as well if he wants one. Might as
A
well.
way back in, and the other chokes are
Good here.
so much tighter to play through that is Fabian going to risk it? He's got some util maybe to try and dive through, but instead it seems like he's waiting for Echo to make a move, and Kayak is ready.
Nah, the
Ooh,
timing
that
of the
OT is coming.
molly.
Fabian's given them an opportunity, but the time is
Surely
of
not.
the
It's
essence.
impossible
They need to
still,
be
right?
quick on the
Oh,
way through.
especially when they
That's
saturate
time
yourself.
has not gone where it was supposed to, and we shall be going to
Okay.
overtime.
Let's get
Fnatic have
overtime.
not had the lead at all on Summit, but they haven't let the game run too far away, catching up just in time a couple of times. And they'll get a chance to take it in overtime.
Dayu, thanks so much for the Prime, man.
Victory they do
Appreciate the
have
14
on
months.
This map was in overtime versus KC. That was where KC tried to pocket pick it against them. Seemingly, Eternal Fire have tried to pocket pick it against them.
Hey, for God's
And
sake.
we've gone to OT again. Yeah, we didn't need that slow mode. We definitely didn't need it slow mode from 2 separate angles.
You know, it is a point we heard on the desk, though, from Uli and from Mini about we want to see Fnatic in Fnatic form. We want to see them winning those games cleanly, and the wins have been overtimes. They have been labored. A win's a win at the end of the day, but the form is not that convincing right now. Still, what a resurgence this has been. The first half was Cloud having an awful day, Kayak being quiet. Now everything's starting to work for Fnatic. Can they do it here on the defense where the problems were? That mid control, looking for those early fights, didn't work out.
Doing
Leaving
Omen
the control
TP to
EF.
bait.
didn't work out either. It didn't seem like they had a solution in regulation. Now it's some time to think about it. It's still a quasi-aggressive position for Kayak, but once that TP fades, his position will fade as well.
Yeah, Whitley had a lot more success jumping into aggressive angles on the attack. Or at least it felt that way. TP being sent out, timing him for crashes. Maybe not the best.
What a kill that is.
Already shut down by Fabian.
Insta ready to go to the B. Here we go. Alpha, good luck.
Already taken in towards middle, and Alpha yeah, under pressure. They now know exactly where he is. And dealing with him might
We
be
making
tough.
the waylay look good right here? Damn, we're making the waylay look good right there. That's madness.
Was that from Kayak?
Bro, keep me on this POV.
He's dropped in.
I dare you to go
take
for it.
one. But much more needed here. The op in the corner, isolated, no way out with a TP. He knows that he's got at least one player trapped on that spike, but how can he punish him? The rifle might need to be picked up, but Boaster's now putting the pressure on. Paranoia's landed. Wide swing from Kayak, and that was their chance. Now it's dissipated to just Boaster, and he's against the numbers.
Smoke,
3
fake
players
TP.
to find. A defuse needed, and a sneaky position from Spear. That will catch him off.
First kill on Crashy's really made that a lot easier.
Once again,
Made the waylay
lead
util
is
here look
denied
nuts.
for FNC.
It's another fantastic attack side round from Fabian. Like, firstly, peeking in for that opener. Was very ready, but then also just his stun thrown into the back, which made it impossible. Got killed by one of the fastest quick scopes I've ever seen in Valorant, but hey, you know.
Yeah, it looked like a
had
Call
to
of
go
Duty
somewhere.
club.
I also just like it from Spirit. It's like, yeah, you could kill me if I move, so I will not move.
Yeah, well, what can
Double
you do?
up on defense.
Ain't got a molly.
Really?
Ain't got an aid. My man's happy to just wait it out. 13-12.
Double up.
1 round for Eternal Fire, and they're going to put their stock into the big old snipers on the extremities. It's Spear who would be in a bit of danger. He's got a wall to, wall himself in,
They push
create a
mid as
panic
well.
room, but FNATIC are going elsewhere. They're taking it towards this A site. If this is a contact play, they'll be walking into the up, and they've gone ahead of the smoke. Boaster should have known when that's blooming, and it's a costly pick to give away. Luckily, they'll trade it back and then some.
Wow, thank God for Kayak and Alpha are getting them back into the site. It's quick though. Echo tried to go a little bit earlier. Neki will trade, but well, you can see his HP is going to have to wait a little bit longer. Spear can give him the heal.
I mean, with the op,
But Cloud locked in on the angle.
not happening.
Has a teammate alongside him as well, and Crashies and an easy cleanup.
I like this wall a lot more once you see this smoke with it.
Incredibly dangerous after that first pick onto Boaster.
Kayak,
Again,
dude,
that-
he's been
well, I
having
almost said
such a
double duelist. It's
good
not a double
attack, huh?
duelist, it's Kayak and Alpha, yeah, but sometimes it feels like a double duelist anyway.
Yeah, they're on the server. It's a shaky early play, but like you said, Kayak and
He's
Alpha
getting a lot of
definitely
value from this
back into this one.
this
And
TP
then
that
there's
they
this
have.
big swing at the end. It's not only that Crashies is by Kayak's side, but it's the fact that Alpha's ready to swing as the third man, and he has a flash. That arc row is popping just before he swung. Didn't get an assist because he got the kill, but otherwise it would have. 13-13 and a timeout from FNATIC. The defensive side has been where those issues are for both teams, and a lot of this is coming down to how they negotiate that early control. Last time being much more passive towards the A site. Kayak leaves the position after the TP fades, looks to put one more passively in and wait for them to push into his angle. And then Crashy steps forward at a very inopportune time to fill in that gap on what was happening on mid. Maybe he was going to put a Prowler after getting a little closer, who knows? But he didn't get the chance. Solving mid control is probably
All right, what's he
what's gonna
changed
lead
up for
to a
this?
defensive
Anything?
round being won and this OT coming to an end. Question is, who's going to get there first?
Still double blockers over towards B. Vice is here. Wait, they're gonna actually do a mid round where they fight
On
mid?
that defense. No operator this time as well. And I was going to say, I feel like the defensive side operator, other than that quick scope, hasn't had the most
Yeah, they
success
wanna
in
fight
the
mid,
world,
right?
so back to the rifles they go. And no surprise, Eternal Fire are going to look for that early middle control. Smoke will delay them a little bit, but I doubt it will do it for long. And in fact, just going to close the door as normal, not even challenge it.
We've already got the snake bite out towards the A site. Cloud is feigning that he's alone here. trying to get the push out of them afterwards so that Kayak can find value. Instead, Kayak goes pushing, but Necky's patience now rewarded. They dodged the Prowler too.
Oh, it's good numbers though.
A couple of times around mid though. He's not going to be pushing back in.
The only real things that changed is like a Thorns to delay here instead of more on site. We're going for them on chokes.
But there's a big gap around that A connector, and right now, Eternal Fire are walking through it. This is going to be a big problem for the defense, perhaps. No,
I'm supposed to get this angle though.
He is here.
It's pretty strong.
Just in the nick of time, and he's drawing their eye. He's trying to open space for Cloud, but the paranoia was perfect on the other side. Audaz has got them in.
Already as well for Necky.
Looks hard when they
if there was anybody close enough to try and
I mean, when they're losing the first kill, it's hard for them.
It's going to be very well documented, and I think, yeah, I was going to say that that didn't look like the safest spot to stand where all the trails ended. For Alpha, yeah, he's already had an ace
attack-sided
today,
map, everyone's been
this
saying
will
it.
have to be the
I
best
said
one
on,
of the day.
if you have a Viper, I said it'll be a lot easier on attack. That's when you're going to get some rounds. But I also said if you have a Vice, you should be getting like 9 rounds on defense. So
Certainly taking its toll on the timer.
it's one of those.
Once again, denied the opportunity.
The device
to
should be on A,
lead,
in my
and
opinion.
It's crazy that they haven't even had a moment in the sunshine. But to see a slightly lighter darkness, but they're back down in the pits again. This time, the pause being called by Eternal Fire as they look to take it across the line.
Well, yeah, I feel like I remember having this conversation the last time, not the last time we casted Summit, because that was a very fast game with Team Liquid, but it was the last time that we saw FNATIC win on this map, which was versus KC.
Yeah,
Everybody who took a pause then lost the round. Like, that was pretty much the way that the game went, and obviously one of the people who was a part of that was A. Now, I'm not saying that you should not take pauses, but we'll see if that's going to ring true now, because Eternal Fire have gone in with a pause of their own. Both coaches obviously trying to fix the issues with the defense.
Where'd you put the phones on, eh?
When you
Just
look at
behind
how
you.
the Hearts have gone, either side dominant on the attack, you can understand
One in choke
that
and then
is
one
what
near
needs
to
be
sight.
fixed, and in overtime,
Could do double in choke if they
so
don't
far
have like a
winning
Razor
their
or
attack
Sova.
side round. It seems like they're going to stick with the double operator though, although the timer is only just about
I would
starting, so
do
they have
wall
time
goes out a
they want
little
to
bit, so if
cancel
they
it,
try and
but
trigger it, they have to be committed. Then
it
Fawns
seems like
here.
the change is
Then
not going to be on
if
the
they don't
weaponry front,
can't break it,
it's
I would
going
do
to be on
double.
the,
If they can break it, I would do one here.
ideas. Or maybe he
Or
just
like
said,
close to the
"Guys,
corner
chill."
that leaks out.
You think, yeah?
Yeah.
It could be.
Or, you know, we need to talk more. That's a very good coach com.
Yeah, focus on the vibes. Perhaps that's the play for EF. Let's hope something more substantial is being communicated. Cracking the code of the defense this time for EF means ignoring that early mid control. You're not looking for a fight. Instead, it will be, once again, ops on the extremities. The first shot fired by Spear gives the game away. He thought about walling himself.
He's trying to
up,
wall
he's gonna
himself
stick
up.
around a little longer. Now the wall goes up, and he's ready to fight on top of it, but the shot
Now what?
doesn't land.
Okay. I was gonna say I thought he was like locked in.
Say he's in trouble with the backup coming his way. Maybe
Dude, the
not.
double
Fabian
up, bro.
taking
Look
down
at him
Alpha's
go.
giving them an opportunity, but Spear
No,
can't get out
yeah.
of here. That's the problem. He's going to take a moment before he can group up, and that's going to give a plant and time for Cloud to wrap around.
Keep an eye.
Look at
Dude,
this
Cloud
flank
is here
that's underway.
very
His timing
early.
is perfect, and Spear walling himself off is buying him precious seconds. Paranoia and a dash.
Everyone
He
just
knows
stay
there's two
alive.
right in front of him, and they're ripe for the picking. Beautiful work by Cloud. The snake in the grass and his venom strikes
where
his
he is.
Spear's wall, finally falls with an op against 2, and time not on his side. It looks like we're going a little bit further, trying to force those individual battles, and well, he's gotten one on the Boaster, winning as well, but the clock here, the biggest enemy.
Very, very nice.
if
I will
it's
say
not
Cloud had very good discipline, killing the 2 and then not taking the extra duel here
As we're always saying, when it gets
as
to
well.
overtime, the scoreboard becomes irrelevant, and it's the moments that change the game. And that was definitely a big moment for Cloud. Like, his timing there was just utterly perfect. I always get a little bit nervous when someone pulls their knife out, but he knew exactly where he needed to be. He knew exactly where his opponents was. Definitely knew where
Swinging that guy drop, that's what I'm saying. Most people are swinging that guy drop.
because he trapped himself in a corner. I will say he almost got Boaster, which I was going to say in that moment. I was like, well, they know exactly
Ooh,
where he
hold
is,
up.
And then Boaster's not looking anywhere near the wall. I was like,
Okay,
if he had died
this
to that, I would have been tilted.
I like this.
But
from FNATIC. And then they use the Paper X wall. You put the Paper X wall up and then you drop it. Wait, why is the wall not up?
Down into a prison of his own creation. EF looking for mid control, and FNATIC, they haven't had the answer to this on the defense. It looked for a
now
moment
they put it up when they leave
like
it?
they were about to jump head first into the meat grinder, but it looks like that pleasure is reserved.
Still, I like the setup on A.
He's the man stepping forward, dropping a ping that hopefully he's pinging no man's land. No man should approach by himself. FNATIC were looking to battle there moments ago, but now resetting into more of a default alpha with the responsibility of locking down A. And well, if they decide to go in that direction, they could be in trouble. We've seen how strong he is.
Okay, they test alpha on A. The question is, does he fight his util, or does he let him through again and hold back a site?
Direction towards one side, Althea on the other. Seems like an even split.
Oh my god, dude, they haven't triggered the wall.
Genuinely.
Full info. They took the Euro TP, bruh. They still think they're going A.
It goes through, but it just misses
I'll be so weak.
Catching orders. That's going to keep the gamble rotation.
They have so much delay here.
Map and leave this B site as just one man.
With the wall not being tripped, Boaster already started to suspect, but he is miles away. Crash, he's hiding in that corner, is now being spotted, and they will throw everything at him to take him down. Paranoia from up top. Boaster's going to buy a little bit of time, but that stun is perfect. And Spear will claim Crashies with ease. Boaster can't get in. The slows made it impossible. But Kayak fighting back. Still a heartbeat here for FNATIC. The problem, as the time ticks away, is they don't know where these players from Eternal Fire have gotten to.
And one way.
Now tucked in the corner, Spear and Audaz swing out of the smoke, but they're a little ahead of the play. FNATIC find them with these. Kayak's ultimate now looking, seeking out that final.
No way. No way. No way. My guy was silent jumping, and every single time he didn't see him.
He's been allowed the Red Bull clutch.
That might be one of the sickest 1v2s I've seen. It might be up there as one of the sickest 1v2s. They had no idea.
He never should have gotten
Look at it from this POV.
Look at this. That's ridiculous.
Oh my god, it's so sick from his POV as well.
Look, it was like he's got to be there, right? Oh, that's one of the funniest ways.
Bro, they're like, how the hell has he got away with that?
I can't believe
that was nuts.
I'm actually in tears. That's hilarious. John, I want them to win now, just for that alone.
Yeah, they kind of deserve to win for that one.
And yeah, you know, yeah, go back for more. Why not? 15-14. We're basically in the same place we've been every single round.
How did the timing work out so well?
32 kills for Kayak. Record. Slowly closing in. Echo's done well.
Molly.
Getting out of here is going to be very difficult.
The hell's going on over towards A? Did he boost him up?
Chance so far for Eternal Fire.
Did Spear wall him up?
Yeah.
And somehow he's got 3 kills here. He's going for the res in the open. Alpha's been gifted some stats.
Well, they gave him a bit of space.
But that might be the best he can make of this situation.
Done, surely.
9 bullets on the weapon he recovered, but 1 will be enough for
crazy map this was. Dude, that 1v2 on B site is absolutely insane.
They have denied FNATIC the lead at every turn.
Yeah, I feel like FNATIC will be drained, man. This is such a long, what was this, 1 hour 10 almost?
I've ever seen, and maybe some of the funniest clutches I've ever seen. But either way, it's ended up as a fantastic